Hello everyone and welcome to today's video of a playthrough of Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth, a two-player game of card drafting fighting over the fate of Middle-earth. So as I said, this is a two-player game. However, there is a fan-made variant. This isn't an official way to play the game, but I think it's pretty good. You can find it on BGG. I'll tag it below, and this is from BGG user Tommaso Martinoli. Appreciate you for taking the time to make this variant. It's very professionally done. It's pretty good. I've played a couple games of it, and let me show you what we've got going on here. So I've set the game up already. Just to let you know, there is some print and play stuff if you want to play this. So if you go on to the file, you're going to find a couple things. The rules, of course. You're going to have a couple of these cards, and these are the AI that you'll be playing against. So I've already grabbed one that I haven't played against, and that's Saruman. So he's up here ready to go. You have this deck of cards over here, which is the AI choice and how they'll play cards and everything. We'll go over that as we play. And you just need a D6. So what you see on the table, of course, I've got it sleeved. Everything does come with the game. I upgraded the coins, so you'll hear some metal clinking from that. Otherwise, I've shuffled the decks and have added one little thing. I figured to make it a little bit harder. The first two I played against were pretty easy. So because Saruman starts in Enid Wyeth, I figured because Isengard is out there, I threw one more army. We'll see how much of a difference that makes. So a quick overview about the game. It doesn't really matter whether you're playing the Shadow or the Free Peoples. I'm playing the Free Peoples because I'm going up against Saruman. Both sides play pretty much exactly the same other than the pieces and their colors. So there's three ways to win. You're either going to win by, as the Free Peoples, taking the ring to Mordor. So if you look at this track here, I don't know how well you can see it, but if you, Sam and Frodo, make it all the way to the end of this track, which is 10 spaces, you can win that way. Or if you're the Shadow, if the Nazgul makes it and he moves freely separate from here, if he ever reaches or passes the space where Sam and Frodo are, then he'll capture the ring and the Shadow player will win. The other way is the area control board here, this little board with the soldiers and fortresses. So throughout the game, you're going to be adding soldiers or building fortresses on the different areas. So there's 7. If you ever have presence in all 7 regions at any point in the game, you instantly win as well. And that presence just means that you either have one of your soldier pieces there or you have a fortress built there. And the last way you can win is by, thematically, what I look at it as forming an alliance with the 6 different peoples of Middle Earth, or subjugating them for the Shadow player. There's also the eagles, which is another icon in here. So you have the dwarves, the men, the elves, hobbits, the wizards, and the ents. So the eagles are a 7th one to kind of give you an extra icon in there that you could collect. But you just need 6 of those played in your area. So the game will work going back and forth between myself and Saruman. We're going to be drafting cards from this row here, and we're going to do it over 3 rounds. And at any point, even before we get to the last round, which I haven't seen that happen yet, if you fulfill any of those 3 objectives, you win the game. So we also have just the fortresses. We'll go over that if and when we get there. And I think that's it for the explanation. Let's jump right in with the first turn from Saruman.
So it begins.
So all we do is, first off, we check to see if they have enough money to buy one of the fortresses, which of course they don't early in the game. In Era 1, it costs 7 gold in order to do that. They start with 2 since they're going first. We start with 3. So we're going to flip over this card and we take a look and we're going to read it depending on the arrows from right to left. So Saruman, his card preference are the green ones. This icon just means if we see that come up on the cards, he'll get to go again. And then he has a special ability. If he does draw any green cards, he has 2 movement he can do on the board. So we'll deal with that when it comes up. But he's going to draw from the right side going to the left. And if there's any green or blue cards, which there is, so he's going to grab this card here. So the AI doesn't pay for any cards. This would be, for us, we would either have to have that skill or pay a gold for it. But they ignore those. And then these top right corner here, that's for the chaining. Again, that's just for the players. The AI doesn't worry about those either. So they're going to move up 1 on the ring track. And let's see. We'll try to keep that in camera. So they're going to move their Nazgul up 1 space on here. Simple as that. So we get to choose from any of the cards that are face up and don't have any cards laid up on top of them. So you can see there's all these other cards. We can't get them just yet. We can only take from these 5 cards here. And if we take a card and there's a card that doesn't have one anymore on top of it, that one will be revealed. And that's part of the strategy of the game, is you don't want to give away too much to your opponents, because if you uncover something, then it'll be flipped up for them. So I think with that being said, I'm going to start with this one. So we can either place a soldier in Linden, or what is that? That is Arnor. So we're going to place a soldier out there, and then we get to use that tag in the future if it comes up. So we're going to take one of our soldiers, and I think we'll just create just a strong presence up this way before we start marching down here. And that's as quick as the turns go. So going back to Saruman, he's going to flip. And now he's going from left to right. And he's going to take either a blue or a red from left to right. And of course, there is a red left there, so he's going to take that one. And he's going to place in either Gondor or Rohan. And if it's a tie, there are rules in the book for where they would place. Knowing the game a little bit as far as AI rules, so if there's a tie, so he's going to want to go to where he doesn't have presence yet at all, because again, that's how you can win, is if you can get presence everywhere. So because he doesn't have anyone in either of those places, we just roll for it. 1, 2, 3, it's Gondor, so he's going to place in Gondor. All right, back to us. This flips up. It's another skill icon. And skill icons, what they do is that they will allow you to buy fortresses cheaper or get other cards cheaper. So they are good to get, but what do we want to do? So if we look out here, there's a lot of the, I believe the purple, the crowns are leadership. So I'm going to need those for 3 of these out here. And I think the hearts are called courage. So we're going to need that as well. But money isn't a bad thing either, and we're only going to flip over 1 card if we do so. Okay, so I'm going to be a little greedy, and I'm going to take, is this off the table? I'll try to keep it on the table. I'll keep the gold off to the side. So we're going to take that yellow card, and you just take the face-up gold. So that's going to put me at 5. Actually, let's try to keep it on screen so that I don't cheat here. All right, so we've got 5 gold. And now it goes back to him. We're going to flip this up and see what he does. Okay, so we're going to get a chance to see this icon here. So after this turn, he's going to go again. So first off, we read from right to left because of the arrows. His preferred cards are green ones, and there aren't any out right now. So then he goes here. He's looking for blue or green, which there's one out here. So he's going to take this, place that down. He's going to move another one on this track. Then, because he had that icon, he's going to go again. And he's reading from left to right. Now, the nice thing is there aren't any of the regular colored cards. So he's going to take blue or green. There are none. Red or purple, none. And his preferred cards, there are none out there right now. So what we do there is we just take a card from left to right. And the left most exposed one is this one here, this leadership card. So those don't do anything for the AI, which is good for us. Flip. And let's see. I think we'll go with the Hobbitses. But you can see here, there's an icon here. If we have that icon, we can get this for free. If we don't have it, we have to pay the equal amount in gold. So we're going to have to pay that. So we lose one. And they're going to go. Let's see what Saruman does. He's going to take, yep. So blue or green, is there one exposed? There is. So he's going to corrupt the elves. He places that out here. Now, because he's got that, his special ability triggers, which is moving 2. And what that means for him is that I'm going to look at the rules really quick, make sure I get it right. He's going to move guys around the board. All right, so checking the rules really quickly. So he's going to move where he has the most here. So he's going to move into Rohan. So from Mordor to Rohan there. He wouldn't just abandon places. If he does have any with the most, if there's any empty connected, he will do that. So now he's in 4 out of 7, and he's encroaching on the rest of the area. So I've got to go now. So I could take Heart, but then I would flip this up. I don't know if I want to do that, and I don't know if I want to give him the ring. Actually, I guess that's not too bad, and I do want to make some money. Yeah, because these, I'll force him to take those. So we'll go with that. We'll take more money, and he'll go. He's flipping up. I gotta remember to show you guys this card. Okay, so he's going from right to left, but basically they take any of the red, green, blue cards. So he's taking this, and he's going after that ring. So he moves another spot, and he's gonna take a gold. So they will take any of the icons that are shown on their board here. So that flips up. All right, so a bunch of skills. This isn't too bad. So I think what I want to do then is to give myself a little bit of options. I'm going to take the strength card. I think I'll do this. I'm going to move the gold off to the side in case I get any of the ring cards. So I take that and put it in my play area. Saruman, he goes. He's going from right to left. There are no of the cards, so he's going to take the heart, which works out for us. All right. So I think this is pretty straightforward. Now, as bad as it is, I don't really want him, or do I? So if he takes this green card, if he takes the humans, or if I take it, that'll expose this army card. But he's moving pretty good on there, and he's not going to take advantage of moving his soldiers around. So I think what I'm actually going to do is take another strength. All right, I'm going to take another strength card. Going to move that there. He's going to go and take over the humans. He's going from left to right, and the only one exposed is that green card. So he's going to take it and place it there. So now he's got 2 icons. Remember, you only need 6 to win. And he's not going to move anywhere else. He doesn't have any excess, so he's just going to stay there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this red one, and I get to place a soldier in either Enidwyth or Rovanian. And this is how this works. So if I were to place an Enidwyth, since he has an army there, they will cancel out. So I could place there, and then they would both be gone. Or I could go to Rovanian and leave that there. So one thing I want to consider is just what else is over here. So neither of the 3 that are out here would place in Rovanian. So I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to do that. All right. And then he'll go, which essentially just means he takes this skill card, which he wastes. Proper planning. Okay. All right. Again, I'm going to take this gold card, I think. So I can, for my turn, decide to purchase one of these. And what you get is a discount. So I've got 2 of the strength icons. Not enough to get me anything. I don't want to spend all my money. So I'll take the 2 gold again. So I'm at 8. And then he's going to go flip a card for no reason and take this skill card. Actually, no, I'm going to take the ring card because I haven't gotten any yet. He'll take that and then it will swing back to me. So let's do that. We're going to take this. We do have to pay a gold because you can see the icon here. So we have to pay a gold for that since we don't have it. He flips a card and takes. So he's taking a lot of the skills away from me, but that just means I need to balance that off with the money. So we leave this stack here. That's the end of the first era. Nobody's won of any of the conditions yet. And there's a pretty draw game so far. So this is working out pretty good. Let's see what happens. I'm going to set up the second era and we'll kick it off with my turn.
Ride out and meet them.
For death and glory.
For Rohan. For your people.
The sun is rising.
Look to my coming at first light on the 5th day. At dawn, look to the east.
Yes. Yes.
The horn of Helm Hammerhand shall sound in the deep. One last time. Yes!
Let this be the hour when we draw swords together.
We're all set up for the second era. Just so you know, every round, every era, there are 3 cards that go into the discard pile. So it's not every card gets played. So with these 2 options, he's definitely going to take one or the other, right? So he's either going to place soldiers up here and kill my army. Yeah, that's definitely what he's going to do. So he would place, and I'll start pushing into there. Or he'd take here. If I let him grab the green, he could start getting a special power. But I think I have to let him do that because he's pushing up too much on... He's pushing too much on the field out there. So, all right, so we're going to take that one. And the other nice thing about it is, so this is the chaining. So usually if you have these icons, that'll be a discount for paying for these. So I do have 2. I would have to pay 1 gold. However, I do have the chaining for this. So I have the card that has that helmet icon on it already. So I get to get that for free. And I get to place 2 soldiers or 2 armies in either Linden, which I already have, or Enid Wythe. So I think I'll do that. So I'll place 1, it cancels out, and then I get to place the last one, or that second one there. So now I've pushed back. That flips this one. Let's see what he grabs. This is the last card in his deck. So he's going from right to left, blue and red. Okay, so this works out for me. The only thing is he's starting to push on that ring track. He's going to move up another space on there. Okay, so I'm at another decision point. So he definitely prefers the green. And either way, he's going to get a special ability. So he's either going to get 3 different icons with the dwarves here, or he's going to get another one of the elves and still be able to take one of those. And those are the only 2 options I have for taking those. And I really don't want him to start pushing that either, since he prefers it. All right, so we're going to take the dwarves. We have to pay just 1 and flip this up. There's no question. So I've shuffled this deck back up, and he's not going to take a second turn because that's not his icon. There's only 1 card there, and it happens to be the one he prefers, which is the green. So there's a couple things going to happen. So he's going to take his second elf card. These flip up. Okay. And because of that, his special ability triggers, which doesn't do anything because he's spread thin. Then he's going to take the top 2 of these elf icons. We're going to flip them face up, and he's going to roll 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so what that means is that's good for us because this is an ongoing ability for him whenever he does take red cards. So, and we know what that is now. So this one is great for us because it gives us a skill icon every round. For him, it's just a waste, but it denies us, if anything. So I think that worked out a little bit better for us. And what we're going to do is, so we could either take the human icon, which would put us at 3, and we could take a special ability, which I really like, but it's going to cost us all 3. It's going to cost us 3 gold, which takes us away from getting one of the fortresses, which I'm not a fan of. But I can't let him have that green card, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay 3. Okay, so now we have 3 out of 4, or 3 out of 6, and we get to take the top 1, since we have the hobbits, the dwarves, and men, and we get to see what we are looking at here. Okay, so we get to go again. We have an ability for any blue cards we take, and an ability for any more yellow cards we take. So what these mean is anytime I take a yellow card, I can move up the rings track. A blue card, I can place a soldier out, which I really, really like. So that'll really incentivize me taking blue cards. If I take this right now, though, he's gonna take that ring. But I like the ability to put out more soldiers. And that's going to help me with the ring track anyway. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to put these 2 back. We're going to put this up here to remind us. We're going to put it above this track to remind us of that ability. So now we've got a little incentive to take those. All right, swing him back over here to Saruman, and he's going to take a blue, of course. So that worked out perfectly for him. We knew he was going to take that anyway. So, but now he's really pushing. He's got 5 of the ring cards. He moves up again, but we still got some time to adjust. Okay. A little bit of a dilemma. So if I take this red card, which I'm really tempted to, it's going to open up this green card, which he will definitely take. I'm not a fan of doing that either. If I don't take that red card, he's going to. And actually, I think that will be okay. He's going to roll for it. But as far as future planning goes, I can build this if I can, and I can just wipe him out if he does do that. So I think that's okay. And I don't want to open up these other war cards. So I think that's what we'll do. All right, so I'm going to take this one here. I really do need some skills. So we're going to take the knowledge card. He's going to go, and it's just a matter of whether or not he's going to go again. So he won't. He's going from right to left. There's no blue or green. He's taking that war card. Okay, so he's going to place 2 in either Rovanian or Arnor. But according to the rules, he's going to place where he can actually net positive. So in Rovanian, I just have 1 there. So he's going to place 2, wiping 1 out and placing 1 there. So he's back to having 4 on the board. All right, so here's what's nice. Usually this will cost money, okay? But because we have the other Hobbit card, we have this combo, the chaining, we can get this for free. So we're going to take that because we know he wants it as well. And that lets us grab these 2. Wow. Okay, so this really changes things for us. So we could take this to get 3 coins. But here's the eagle icon I was talking about. So this acts as another faction that we could potentially win that way. So we're going to take that. And that puts us a 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 possible to have us win this way. So we could beat him at his own game and turn all the people of Middle-earth against him. All right, so Saruman's going to go. And this really comes down to one of these 2 skill cards that he'd be taking. So he flips up. And he's going to go from left to right. So he's going to take this one. And he's become a man of many skills, but that is a waste for him. So he takes that one, and this one isn't too bad. So we've got to pay a gold, a lore, or a knowledge, and leadership. We have, let's see. Yeah, we're going to do that. What this allows us to do is that we can, once a turn, is use any one of these skills here. So we've got to pay a gold, and we got to pay 2. Yeah, because we don't have the 2. So working on the fortresses is not helping, as he takes that away from me. Here we go. Flip up, and from left to right, he's taking this one over here. And let's see how he places. So he can either go to Linden or Rohan. He's already in Rohan. So he's going to place 2 in Linden, which wipes one of my guys out and places one of his. So he is now at 5 of 7. That's going to flip this up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so give me a second to think here, because this is not going to be an easy choice. Okay, it was maybe easier than I thought. So I don't want to take this card, because that's going to open up these 2. And I'll leave that for him to do. I'm going to take this one because, 1, it's free. So it's got the icons. I've got everything here to make this free. I get to move up 2 on here. And then, of course, with my special skill that I got earlier, I'll be able to place a soldier out. So let's move up 2 on the ring track. And then we get to place an army anywhere we want to. And I know that he's going to place in Gondor and Mordor. So what I'm going to do is, and I know that we've got upcoming, I've got this red card where we can put in Rohan or Mordor. So I think let's just take back Linden. Let's just take back Linden. Well, that's going to cancel him out. That's going to kill us both there. Is that the best thing to do? Rohan, Mordor. Yeah, we're going to do that because we can potentially build out here, which means we don't need to have soldiers out here. We can go here, here, and I need to move those guys out from there. So let's go with that. He's going to flip up, and hopefully he doesn't go twice, and he doesn't. So he's going to go from left to right. He's going to take the red card, which isn't great overall, but let's see what happens. So he gets to place 2 soldiers, and because they're tied, again, we're going to roll for it. So 1 through 3, he's going to Gondor. Nope, he rolls a 6, so he's going to place 2 in Mordor. So he's just massing up an army, calling in reinforcements. All right, I think I'm going to take this one because I do have a gold left. Now I'm completely out of gold, and I have the icon here. But what that is going to do is now give me a chance to possibly take this one. We'll see what happens. He's going from left to right. Yep, so he's going to take the skill card. So I looked out there. And I've got a choice of taking this ring card, which is going to move me 2 up. And let's see, do I have enough icons? So I couldn't even pay for it. But what you can always do, I don't know if I've said this yet in this video, but you can always take the card and discard it for the amount of gold here on the back. So that's the era, and you'll get that many in gold. Or I can take this one for 4. But if he takes it, that's going to make it very high chance he's going to start buying some real estate on his next turn, which he most definitely would. All right, I'm going with the gold because I need to open my options back up. So I'm going to take 4 gold. And I really don't want him to buy any fortresses. Not sure if that's the best decision, but we'll find out. There we go. So he flips up. He's going to take red and blue from right to left. So he's taking this card here. So he's going to place in either Mordor or Rohan. And let me just double check the rules because he He has soldiers in both. All right, so the rules say that it's just a roll-off. So he's got soldiers in both, and it's just going to be a roll-off. So 1 through 3, he's going to Rohan. Yep. All right, so swings back to me. Again, skill cards do him no good, and I don't want to spend any money. So we're going to take the ring card. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to spend 1 gold because right now there are 2 fortresses out there that need those hearts. So then we're going to flip for him. Let's see if he goes again. Nope. So he's going to take the blue. And he's going to move 2 here. And he's going to place 1. And I can already tell he's going to Linden. He can place him anywhere. All right, so he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces away from me on there. But I think we're safe. All right, the finale. Let's go on to era number 3.
Right now! Right now! Right! Right for ruin and the world ending! Death!
Start to era 3, and era 3 is pretty crazy because there's a lot more war cards, and it introduces the purple cards, which introduce these arrows, which allows you to maneuver guys around the board. So, and then right at the start, we've got 2 options. Either this one will I'll kill off some troops and money, and also over here, we've got this card, which will put 3 troops on the board. So per the rules, though, here in Era 3, he will buy, if he can, he will try to buy a fortress first. And in Era 3 for the AI, it only costs 2 gold. He's got 3 gold right now. So I know that he is going to start his turn with a purchase, which might not be terrible. So he can build out here, and it's going to be a random roll. He rolls and just builds out here. But he could build there. He could build in Rohan. Actually, I believe in the rules. If he's already got there, he wouldn't purchase something that he's already got there. He wouldn't. So he would definitely purchase here, and that would give him 6. And then he would only need 1 more, and that would be this card here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I don't like these cards out here, what they're going to do to me, but it'll get them a lot closer, and I think this is going to be a pretty strong move here. So I've got the icons. I've got 1, 2, 3 strength. I've got 2 courage and a leadership. I don't have any fortresses built yet, so this is actually going to be free for me. So if you see right there, and then I get to do everything that's here. I get to place a fortress and 2 soldiers up in Arnor, and then I get to make 2 maneuvers. So I've already got some soldiers up there, so let's see how that works out. So I place this in my area. It is completely free. And then I get to place 2 soldiers up here. Now I've got way more up here than I need. But I get to make 2 moves. And let's do this. We're going to move 1 into Ravanian, which wipes them both out, and then I will move 1 back out there to Ravanian. So he's going to go. He will buy a tile, so he's got 3 money. He's going to pay 2, and now it's a 50-50. He's got presence in these 2, so it's not going to hurt me too bad. So luckily, I was able to grab that one before he could. So 1 through 3, he's going to take Barad-dûr. Nope, he's taking Rohan. But he still gets to do the stuff that's on here. So he's still going to place a fortress and 3 soldiers out there. So let's put that here. So I guess Gandalf showed up too late, and they actually did overtake Helm's Deep. So we're going to put 3 more soldiers out there. He's got a whopping 6 and a fortress there. But if he can take any movement icons, that's going to really mess me up there. So he could still potentially spread them out. So that might still bite us. But let's see what happens. Okay, so I think the only real choice I have, killing his guys wouldn't make too much of a difference. So, and I really don't want him to place 3 out here. This is going to be free for me because of the chaining bonus. I've got that over there. So I'm going to place 3 in either Rohan or Enid Wyeth. So, man, this is... So I can either throw guys out there to possibly move around, but he's got an army over there in Rohan. And I think it might be a waste trying to chip away at that. So let me take a second to think about what I want to do here. But I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to take. All right, so what I decided to do is I'm going to put 3 soldiers. Might not be the best thing, but I think it makes more sense to at least make sure I have guys on the board because he has so many in Rohan. And I'm going to commit to that because if I put them out here, they just get wiped out and he'll still have plenty of soldiers to move out. And then I get left with just this here. Also, if he takes that purple card, he's going to kill those 2 that are out there. So they would just leave that empty. All right. Well, let's see what he does because now he could potentially take this out. So I place that there and he's going to go. I really hope he doesn't go twice. All right. So we look at his card. He's going from right to left. He's going to take a red or a purple, which means that he's taking this one. So he's going to kill 2 of my armies and take 1 of my gold. So let's do that first. So he takes that. And then he's going to wipe out 2 of my armies. Okay, so after double checking, he's going to kill that 1. And then because this has a fortress already, it doesn't make sense for him to clear that out. So he's going to kill one of these guys. And he has an army here, so they could potentially march over there. All right, so that being said, man, so we've got a lot more army stuff here. So if I take this one, is it going to open this up, which I don't want to do. So I think what makes the most sense is for me to take this, and let's see if I have the icons for it. I'm going to take this one because it doesn't free up anything else. I don't have the axe. He does. I've got 1, 1, 1, and the lore. So I need to pay 1. I've got the other icon, so I do need to pay 1 gold. And we get to place in either Gondor or Arnor, which we've already got plenty there. So that works out. So we kill 1, and we get to place 2 here. And let's see what he does. He's going to play, and he's going to take a red or a blue from right to left. So he's pushing the ring a little bit more. Okay, so he's taking that, moving the ring twice. 1, 2, and here's what's terrible is that he gets to go again. Oh boy, and he's going to go a 3rd time. So he's going from right to left. He's taking his preferred cards, which are green. There are none. Blue or green. There's 1 here. So he's pushing the ring even more. 1, 2, and now we're in trouble. Because he is 3 spaces away. And that icon, he gets to go again. And that is his deck. Let me shuffle and we'll be right back. All right, this really feels like a war. Let's go. All right, Sauron. There's 1 card which I would hate for it to be here, and that's the one where he gets to go again. Let's see. Oh. Ooh. I saw it there. That was close. All right. So he's going to go from left to right. There are no green cards, but he's going to take one of these war cards. He's going to take the one on the left. So he will place in Lindon or Mordor, which he already has in Lindon. He has both. So he's going to place 3. And let's see where he places. 1 through 3 is Lindon. That's a 5. So he's going to Mordor. He's placing 3. And as long as he doesn't get any movement icons, I think I'm going to be okay. But what he did for me is this. He just freed up the wizard icon. And if I can stall long enough, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I take that one. And I feel pretty good that he's not going to take these, but a tiebreaker at the end of the game is that whoever owns the most regions. So that would put him at 4 if he does that. But I think I have a chance of winning if I do take this. And let me just double check, see if we can get this for free. So we have the 2 strength, the lore, and the leadership. So we can take this one. So what's weird is that we just we're playing against Sauron, and we took the Sauron card. Okay, I don't know what that means. You guys figure it out. Okay, he's gonna go, and he's going to take green or blue. There are none out there. He's going to take red or purple. They're both out there, but he's going to take from left to right, which means he's taking this one. So he's taking my last gold. I don't have any, and he's going to kill one of my armies. Oh, this is good. Okay, so he's going to take out one of my armies, and he's going to have to roll for it because there are 2 that he would go for. He wouldn't go for the fortress, so he's either killing an army in Gondor or Enedwaith. And 1 through 3 is here, so that's here. All right. Pretty sure I want to take Gandalf. Do I? I already have that icon, but if I take it, I get to look at a special ability, which I might want to do. Let me take a second. All right, so thinking about this, it's not going to help me win the game. It would be nice to get an ability, but I don't think I can pass this up. So I can either go into Gondor, which I already have presence there. So I want to take this. Let's see. Oh, can I? I only have 1 icon. I have no gold, but I can take this to burn it. And I think I still want to do that because then it will give me money. Yeah, I can't get this. All right, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to discard it for 3 gold. Okay, I'm going to flip a card, but I'm going to intervene. All right. Yeah, it would make more sense. Okay, so it worked out that way. I was going to say, I was going to take this and just make that decision for him because there's no way. If I take it, if I'm playing a regular person, they're taking that card. All right, so he takes that, which opens all of this up for me. So again, I could place in Ravanian, which I can actually afford that one for free, or I can take here. Well, I don't want to give it to him then. That's 1, 2, 3. I mean, that would really only give him that. Mordor or Ravanian. Ooh, but he could take... If I take that, that opens him up for that. And he could win. Alright, I'm going with this red card. So I get it for free, and I get to place 3, and I'm definitely going up to Ravanian. I don't know what's going to happen. This is getting pretty close. So I'm up in Ravanian. That puts me at 4 to 3 in presence, and there's no way I can even move out here. Let's see what he does. He moves up 2. He destroys, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he's taking from left to right. Blue or red. And that means he's taking a ring card. Oh, man. So with that being said, he's going to take this card. Flips this up. Yeah, so he moves up 2 spaces. I don't want to give him that ring card. So I'm going to take this for 5. Okay, he goes. I don't think this matters. Yep, he's going to take that. Comes to me. I don't have a choice. I'm taking this one. I have to take the ring. And that's going to move me 3. 1, 2, 3. I get a coin. Oh, oh man, I think I lost. wasn't playing the AI straight up, and I could have won. No, he took the other one. So, yeah, I think he's going to win here. We flip up, and there it is. I left the ring alone, and he's going to move 2 on here and move, and he captures the ring and wins. And it was that close. Okay, so you've seen a full playthrough. I hope that lets you know how great this AI is and how great this game is, how tough they can be. And that wasn't even the hardest one. You get a bunch of those other characters to play against. And yeah, so that was fun. That was tense. I was that close to winning, but I ignored the ring too much, and he captures it. So, all right, that'll do it for this video. I appreciate y'all watching. Do the YouTube stuff, and have fun gaming.